Everyone. So I want to show you how to set up your Google Sites for your career research project. This is not a super complicated thing, but if you mess it up, it can mess it up for everyone. So it is extremely important that you do it exactly as I tell you how to do it. If you look underneath modules, you should see a page that says Career Research Google Sites. Click on that page. And when you click on this page, it will take you to a bunch of information. Okay. Basically, this website, as I mentioned before, has already been set up. It's been in use for over a year now. A lot of students have already contributed to it. You can click on this basic link right here just to look at the general CTE career catalog. Literally hundreds of careers that other students have put together are listed on it already, and you can easily kind of just take a look at everything that's on there if you want some inspiration. But what you're going to do is you're going to use a template. So you don't have to build anything from scratch. You don't have to know how to use Google Sites. They're very, very easy to use, though. Underneath Canvas, if you scroll down, you'll see three different options: option one, two, and three. The way that these work is pretty simple. I, your teacher, went ahead when we built this website and made three different templates that have all of the different sections that you need for your information based on your career. And I'll go ahead and tell you up front, they're nothing super exciting. All of them are in this same color scheme that's kind of red and teal. It's sort of Lafayette colors, not exactly. They all kind of look plain. Part of that is so that everything feels like it has continuity or that it goes together and it's part of the same website. So you can click on, say, option number one, and it'll show you what this template looks like. So option number one looks something kind of like what you see right here. It's got blue at the top and white at the top, and then it goes down into more blue and red, and it has all of the sections. Option number two has red at the top instead, and then it goes down into all of the different sections. So sorry about that. And then option number three is just another similar variation that's got slightly different like organizational patterns to it, but they all have the same amount of sections. They all have the same requirements. They're just slightly, like ever so slightly different. But what you're going to do is you're going to choose from one of those three options, either option one, two, or three. And again, you can click on them directly on Canvas, just down here underneath your page that says Career Research Google Sites. So you can choose option one, two, or three. You can also click on My Teacher Example that will show you what my completed one looks like using the same document that I showed you before. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste into it. Now, let me show you how to set your pages up. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is pick either option one, two, or three, and say that you know you want to do option two. That's the template that you want to use. Perfect. That's totally fine. What you'll do is you'll click on it like I have right here. And in the bottom right hand corner down here where my mouse is spinning around, you'll see a little pencil icon that pops up. That's because you have editing rights to this website. Now, please keep in mind, literally hundreds of students have editing rights to this website. So if one of you makes a change, it can affect everyone. Okay, so it's very important that you do this just right. Okay, when you click the little edit pencil, you'll get a panel that pops up over on the right, kind of like the properties panel in Illustrator or in Photoshop. You can come up here. There are three tabs. There's an insert tab. You should not need that at all because you have a template and all you have to do is copy and paste into the template that I've already built. There's one called themes. Do not change the theme of the website. The theme of the website is preset. It's this boring red and teal. Deal with it. Okay, that's what it is. And then you'll see one that says pages. Okay, now you do want to go to pages. Whichever one underneath pages is colored, like it's bluish purple, that's which one you're on currently. So I happen to pick option two because that's the one I want to copy and that's the one that's colored. What I need to do is I need to make a copy of this page. I do not want to type into the original page or then the template becomes used and no one else can use it. So I'm going to hit option two. I'm going to come over here to the right and hit these three little dots and I'm going to choose duplicate page. And what I want you to do is type your first name and your last initial. So that's my first name, my last initial. And I want you to type the number one for your first page. And when you do this for your second page, type the number two and just hit done. And it's just going to drop your page over here. You'll see it pop up. And what Miss Jurek will do is Miss Jurek will later, when she's back, she'll move it into the correct folder for you. If you look down here, there's an A2 section, there's an A3, a B2, and a B4 for each of our different sections. And she'll move you into the right folder so that you can find your work. Of the classes that have already done this before, you can kind of look through and see they can quickly and easily find their page simply by clicking on their name in the list, and it'll be just like that for you. But once you've made a duplicate of your page, just make sure your page is the bluish purpley colored one. And as long as it is, that means that's the page that you're looking at on the screen. And what you can do is you can just click right inside here and highlight and type. Okay, so if I'm doing one on a graphic design teacher, I can type that in right here. Okay, I can copy and paste everything from my Google Doc into the different sections on the website. And then one of the things that you do need to do is you do need to have pictures that make sense for your particular career. So you do have to pick out some of your own pictures. And you can do this a couple of different ways. There are some pictures that are already in there that are not particularly great because they're just from the template. But you can click on a picture and you'll get this little bar that pops up above. If you'll hit the three little dots, you can choose replace image. And there are two different ways that you can replace the image. You can go on Google Images and you can find pictures and save them to your computer, and then you can upload them. Or you can hit select. And when this little window pops up, it's going to look like it does on your Chromebook when you go to like your Google Drive. You don't have to grab pictures from your Google Drive, okay? That is not something you have to do. But you can click this tab right here that says Google Images. And if I'm doing a page on a graphic design teacher, I might type in graphic design teacher and see what comes up. So let me try that. And if I see one on here that I really like, I can grab it. Now, do me a favor, try and find photographs and not illustrations. Try and find actual photos that look like they're kind of showing something useful and not just like super stock imagey. But I can look for a picture, maybe for whatever reason I like this one. And I'm going to hit insert. And you do have to give it a second to kind of put it in there. But then it'll place in there and you can actually stretch and adjust the boxes if you want to kind of rearrange them. Google Sites is a whole lot like Google Slides where you make slideshows. You can quickly and easily move and adjust things in there. But work your way down through this page. For the universities, either pick a picture of the buildings or a logo from those particular colleges or universities. And then down at the very, very bottom, do me a favor, there's a section that says Career Researched By. Type in your name down here so that when I'm doing grading, just as like a double check, I know 100% who made it and who to give the grade to, because this is a very large grade. But that's how you get started on the Google Sites. We'll work on this for 2 days, so you don't need to worry about turning it in today. And I can see everything that you create on Google Sites at any time. So please just be careful. Make sure that you're working on your page and just do the best that you can with the time that you have.